Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm here with another video from ArcGIS tutorial. Today I will show you how to create an study area using map layout in the ArcGIS environment. If you like these types of video, please like the video and also subscribe to my channel in order to be notified regarding the future videos from my channel. Okay, let's start. To do this, I'm gonna clip my study area to a specific state from waterways and also the state. For this purpose, I will use clip that I will show you how to use this one. For the first step, I will select one of these state. I can use select feature and do it manually, or you can use open attribute tables and look for the name that you are interested, and by selecting like this, it's gonna give your targeted state. Okay, it's selected successfully. Right now I'm gonna right click and use data, define an output. I'm gonna give it a name, new layer. The format it's gonna be shapefile and save. It's asking that do you want to add this new layer in your list, and saying yes. That's it. In order to change its color, I can use this option. Also the border, it's gonna be like this. Very good. Right now it's time to clip my waterways and specify to my study area. Again, I will use clip that I said before. As input feature, I will put my waterways, and the second one, it's gonna be my new layer for this state. You can define your folder and also give it a name, or you can leave them in default. I will do this. Right now we don't need these layers, or we can keep them because we can use them. For example, here I'm gonna give it a new color. Okay, very good. We do all the preparation for our creation of a study area. Right now it's time to use this layout view, and as you can see, it's gonna be in the specific framework. This is the general framework that we have. We can have some modification on this one. From file, we can come to the page and print step. Here we have different size. The most important one, you can choose one of them if you are interested. I'm gonna use A4. It's good for me. And this is another important thing regarding to orientation. You can put it in landscape, look at the change, and also portrait. Based on your purpose, you can choose one of them. They have this capability to provide you good options. Okay, right now it's okay. And also it's possible to change the size by yourself manually, or you can do this by clicking on that, and from properties, size, you can change what size that you are interested. Okay, I don't need this one. As I said before, I'm gonna show something like important. In order to do this, I will put every layer in different frame. For this purpose, I'm using data frame from insert. And as you can see, a new frame imported into my layout. I can change its position. Sorry. I need another one. I do the same thing. I will modify all of them one by one. We can go. Okay, very good. Right now, I'm gonna go to the first frame by adding my layer. For example, in the first frame, I want to have my main layer. In the second layer, I want to have the new layer and also other ways that I created. Okay, very good. Let's go further in order to improve our layout and also map. For the first one, I want to remove the general framework that we have. It's easy, just you need to click on the framework, right click from properties, from frame, we can put it now. Pay attention that this framework, if you, let's say, put your frame out of this one, when you want to save your map, it's not gonna include it inside the framework. Pay attention that this general framework covers your map layout. Okay, very good. As you can see, it's covered completely. Right now, I'm gonna go to the first frame. I need to modify its frame again using properties. I will give it a new border. For example, we have here different size. I'm gonna give it as a 2 since it's my main layer and also its source for my layers. Right now I want to do some modification for my layer. Again, I can use properties, right click from symbology. Since it's a single symbol, I don't need to do categories or quantities. Just click on this option and give it a new color if you are interested. For example, I like this one and this for outline color. Very good. After that, I can apply on all the change and you can see the result. I want to put it in black since the other way it's gonna be blue and it's gonna be misunderstanding. The next step, I'm gonna do the same thing for my second frame. I need to do some border. For the first one, I added 2. Right now, I'm adding 1.5. And also, I need to change its size. And also position if you are interested. Okay, very good. Now I can work a little on my data from the framework. For this one, I'm gonna give another color, much more darker. for the background, as you can see. For my waterways, again, by clicking on that, you can come here and change and also increase the width. Since it's not obvious in my first frame where is my study area, I can do another things by putting this layer inside the first frame that we had. Now it's obvious that my study area is here and it's highlighted successfully. Okay, until now it's very good. Right now I'm going to add a new crate to this layer, to this frame that I have. In order to do this, I can use properties by right click, properties, from grade and new grade. Here we have two options, and also you can see the different templates that they have. You can use this one if you are interested, or you can use this one. For example, I'm gonna use this one and click on next. Here we have in appearances, we have three options. Label. Label means that around your map, it's gonna give you just label without any grade inside. Or it's gonna mark and give you label together. The last one is a graticule and labels, that it's gonna show you like this. For example, the easiest way is like this, because I'm not gonna make my map so easy. This one is okay for me. Here we have intervals. We can change, depends on your need. However, I'm gonna do this, let's say, modification at the end of the grade. Okay, now I leave them in default. Click on next, and also it's asking about the axis. Since I don't have any axis, I will now let's say change them. Go to the next options, and I will leave them again in default since I defined the borders. Okay, very good. As you can see, it's successfully added. Right now I can add, I can click on apply. As you can see, my grade successfully down. Right now, as you can see, they are horizontal. Now I want to make them vertical to be, let's say, to be good in the visualization. Here we have different options. For example, if you don't like the grade, you can remove it, or you can change the style. Here we can see different styles. You can choose one of them. The most important one is properties, because we will do some modification on our grades. Okay, I'm gonna start with axis. As I said before, you can change its size in different parts. For example, our right axis, if you change it, it's gonna be changed. And also here we have this tick size. You can change it if you are interested. However, leaving them in default is much more recommended. However, I'm gonna go to the interior label since I'm not gonna do any change inside my map, and also I will leave them in default. However, if you have some grade inside, you can choose some specific latitude interval for your grade that you have inside the map. Here is another important part, is label. Can I ask you which font you want to use? For example, you can choose different fonts. I'm using Times New Roman, the size, and also you can put them bold, italics, and whatever you are interested. Another thing is related to change the color. Possible to choose another different colors. And the another thing is a label orientation. As I said before, as you can see, we have unusual in our right and also in right and also left part of our maps. In order to make them vertical, you just need to tick these parts and it's gonna give them in a vertical position. Let's do this by clicking on OK and apply. As you can see, the size and also the position of my grid has been changed. Right now I'm gonna back to the properties again. I need to decrease my size since it's a little big. Okay, the next one is line. It's saying that you want to show the line. We set in the previous setting we don't want to show the lines. This one also is related to intervals, regarding different intervals that you have inside the map. This is another important thing. Since here we have different intervals for x and y. For example, this one is 1 degree, minute, also second. I'm gonna put it in 2 for both of them. Now we will have some change here. Since they are so close together, I will use 2 in order to make them a little far from each other. As you can see, this one is much more beautiful. Okay, very good. We did also this job very good. Right now, everything is ready for adding some more information. Like I want to add a north arrow here and also here. In order to do this, again, I will use insert. We have north arrow. Here we have plenty of options for north arrow. By clicking one of them, by choosing one of them and click, it's gonna appear in your screen. You can easily, by your cursor of your mouse, you can change its position, change its size. It's an easy way. Or you can right click from properties. Here we can have different options. For example, from size, frame, and also the color. If you want to change the color, you can use this one. Also, you can change the arrow if you are interested. Frame give you this possibility to surround your north arrow with a border. And also size and position, you can choose or change them. I will leave in default. I don't need this one. Again, I will do the same thing for my next frame. Very good. In the next step, I'm gonna add the scale for both of my frames. In order to do this, you need to first select the frame like this that I selected, then back to insert. From scale bar, you can do this. There are plenty of scales, templates that you can use them. For example, I'm using this one. By clicking on OK, it's gonna appear in my screen. As I said before, since we selected this frame, it's gonna be for this frame. Okay, I'm gonna do some modification on this scale. Right click on the scale from properties. We have here different options. I'm gonna put it a little far away in order to see the change. For example, here I want to change the unit. This is miles. I want to have it in kilometers. This is the label of position. As you can see, it's after labels. We have plenty options here. We can put them above left or whatever you are interested. I leave it in default. And also here, it's gonna show you the full name of your unit. However, I want to have it in kilometers. KM. And also this is the gap, the distance between these two labels. You can increase if you are interested. Okay, very good. And also here we have some subdivisions. They're mentioning these. We have two divisions, 1, 2. If you are interested, you can decrease them. I will show you the, let's say, the change that they have. For example, I will leave them in 1. Also this one. Okay, you can see the difference that they have. I will leave them in 2 and 1. As you can see, it's not too busy and it's more good looking. Next one is related to number and marks. You can choose or do some modification regarding these numbers. I will leave them, let's say, in default. Number fonts, it's gonna be changed if you are interested. The format is another good option and also important one. You can use another format. I'm using Times New Roman. And also size here is changeable if you are interested. The color, if you want to give it another color, you can use this. The next one is frame. There is possibility to provide a border for your scale if you are interested. And also its size and position can be modified by you. And finally, I'm going to click on apply and OK. It's down. I don't need to do any modifications. You can easily change its position by your mouse. I'm gonna do the same thing for my next frame. Again, I will select the frame, back to insert, from scale bar, the same one, do some modification like that I did before, 2, okay, put on kilometer, 4, format, it's gonna be changed to time. Okay, very good. We did the same job for this frame too. In the next step, we need a legend showing us what is this map. For example, this darker area shows what, or this blue waterways shows what. In order to do this, again, I will select my frame again, back to insert, from legend. As you can see, we have 2 layers here. One of them is the main source of our files. Another one is the new one that I added here. Okay, I'm gonna select both of them. If you don't want to have both of them, you just need to click on that and use these options to move to this side. If your file are in this side, you can easily click on them and use these options. This option is gonna give you this possibility to add one by one. If you want to add all of them, you can use this one. Okay, I will continue right now. Here we have another option related to set a number of columns. If you have more layers and also different classes, you can increase these numbers because it's going to give you, let's say, some columns like this that prevents your map from being busy. Next, what's the title of your legend? As I said before, I'm not going to add any title. Here I can change the size and also the font and also the position of your text and legend is arrangeable here. Again, I click on next. It's possible to add a border as a background here also for your legend if you are interested. In the next step, here I can use different options from area. We have water bodies, rounded rectangle, diamonds, and so on. Depends on your interest, you can choose one of them. I leave it in default. Again, I will click on next, and here we can have a preview of our arrangement for the legend. I finished my preparation. Right now we have this one. As you can see, this one is related to new layer. This one is the source file. I want to do some preparation, modification, I'm sorry, on my layer again. By clicking on, right clicking on my legend, I can go to the properties, change the font if you prefer a specific font. Very good. We can change the size of our legend if you are interested. The same things that I explained before. Okay, very good. Right now everything is right. And we can do the same thing for our next frame. Again, select the frame, back to insert, legend. Here I want to have just waterways. I don't need this one, so I will put it in the left side. I will go with this one. Click on next. I don't want to have any title. I will do this modification in the next step. From here, I want to have water body. You also can choose another of them, or here we have different options for lines. For example, flowing water is a good one. Okay. Right now you can easily change the position of your legend. It's very good. We can decrease the size. We can put it here also in order to be more visible. Again, I will do right click from properties, from format, I will change its format, apply, and that's it. And also we have this possibility, for example, you want to change the name of your legend. For example, if I do it here from general, it's gonna change here also. Or if I want to have this one in different names, I can say click on that easily, and we have change here. Okay, I explained everything regarding the map layout. There's nothing more. Right now we reached to the final station, how to export this created study area. In order to do this, you can use File, Export Map, define an output. For example, I will put it in desktop, and name, I will give it a study area. The format that you are interested, for example, I will put on JPEG. Here it's important to have a defined DPI. For example, DPI more than 300 is more appropriate because it's gonna give you a good resolution for your result. I will put it on 700 and click on save. Okay, if I back to my desktop, click on the map that I saved, we have this one. Okay, very good. We done how to create a study area using ArcGIS environment. I hope the content of this video will be useful for you. If you like the video and also the content of that, please like the video and also subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much for your attention.